Welcome to Starfo Cup. Starfo Cup is one of the largest pitch competition and conferences in the world, with over 60 regional events that all lead up to our grand finale event that we host in Silicon Valley, where the ultimate winner will receive a $1 million investment prize. My name is Jack Warning. I'm an investor at Texas Tech Ventures. I'm also an executive member of Starfo Cup. I'm very excited to be presenting to you all today, excited to see how this competition unfolds. Before we jump in, I do want to give a very special thanks to our amazing partners, Starfo. Thank you so much, Starfo, for inviting us to this event. So Starfo Cup is organized and founded by Texas Tech Ventures. So we at Texas Tech Ventures are a global venture capital firm based in Silicon Valley. We've invested in over 180 companies to date with total assets under management of $1.5 billion. We invest globally, and you can see some of our amazing portfolio companies in the picture below, including SpaceX, 23andMe, Triller, Quibi, Bird, and SoFi. So here's a quick glimpse of our portfolio. You can see that we truly invest globally all around the world. We primarily invest in the US, however, we do have a very strong presence in Japan, Southeast Asia, and also all around the world as well. So now let's start talking about Starfo Cup. So Starfo Cup was founded in 2016, so this is our 4th year doing this global pitch competition. So in the first year, we were in 16 countries. The second year, we were in 28. The third year, we were in 36. And this year, we're on pace to be in over 60 regions all around the world. So you can really see our tremendous growth globally. So here are some quick statistics about Starfo Cup. So you can see that we have attracted over 50,000 attendees over all of our regional events that we host per year. We also attract over 1,000 amazing speakers and judges from local VC ecosystems. We also attract over 200 media personnel. And also, again, we're in over 60 countries and regions all around the world. And with our events all around the world, they all lead to our grand finale event in Silicon Valley. And that's where we also have an amazing group of keynote speakers. And you can see here that we've had Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple. We've had Mark Randolph, the co-founder of Netflix. We've had Reid Hoffman, the founding CEO of LinkedIn. We've had John Chambers from Cisco. We've had Marcelo from SoftBank. So in addition to our amazing speakers at the grand finale, we also attract some of the best investors from Silicon Valley. You can see we've had Jeff Ralston, the president of Y Combinator, be a judge. We've also had Tim Draper himself, the founder and partner at DFJ. We've also had Eric Fang, general partner at Kleiner Perkins. We've also had David Cohen from Techstars. And you can see more from NEA, 500 Startups, M12, GE Ventures, and IBM Ventures as well. Now that we've talked about the history of Starfo Cup, let's talk about 2021. So 2021 is going to be even greater than the previous cycles. So we still have the $1 million investment prize, but I do want to pause right here and say that it's not just about winning the $1 million investment prize. Yes, of course, $1 million is a great thing to win, but after talking to numerous of the regional winners that have presented on the grand finale stage here in San Francisco, most of the value that they have said is simply being on the stage and presenting and pitching in front of the top VCs of Silicon Valley. Because it's really hard to get into the door of these top VCs, so that's where most of the value resides. Starfo Cup 2021 started in Xi'an, China with a partnership with Amazon. Since our event in China, we have been in Egypt, Canada, India, Bulgaria, Sweden, UK, Philippines, Chile, Argentina. All of the regional winners will come to San Francisco to pitch for the $1 million investment prize on the same stage in front of our amazing Silicon Valley VCs. All of this will take place at our grand finale event in San Francisco on May 19th through the 21st. It's an amazing 3-day event hosted and organized by Texas Tech Ventures, where the first day is the semifinal, the second day is full of workshops, a networking party, and also the last day is the grand finale, which all of the amazing keynotes will happen, as well as the pitch competition. So with our grand finale event coming in May 2021, we are in discussions with some amazing individuals, tech luminaries of Silicon Valley, to come to our grand finale for a keynote or a fireside chat. Some of these include Barack Obama, the 44th US President, J.B. Straubel, former CTO of Tesla, Shane Wall, the CTO of HP, Bob Swan, the CEO of Intel, and many more amazing individuals. One last thing I do want to bring up, I do have an opportunity for all of you in the audience today to become part of this amazing global organization that we have. So we are raising a fund for the Startup World Cup 2021 that will invest in the global champions from this year and the years upcoming. So it's a great way to invest from technology all around the world. Again, we see over 10,000 startups from our 60 plus regional events, and ultimately the best investors of Silicon Valley will pick the winner at the grand finale event. So please, if you're interested, come find me, shoot me an email, and I'm more than happy to discuss with you in more detail about this amazing opportunity. Let's get this show on the road and let's begin.
So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Now we will start with the pitch competition, with the final, and I pass the floor to my team. Rodrigo, are you ready?
Okay, wait a moment.
Switch on the camera. Exactly.
Is that okay?
Yes. Let's go for the bringing on.
Surely some of you or your families have suffered from skeletal disorder. This is because almost 30% of population suffers from it. This is not only a problem at a personal level, but in industry, it also results in a chronic problem for one of its workers. And companies have to invest millions and millions to reduce this problem. In the economics market, we can see reports telling that in Spain, it probably costs around 1,200 million divided from direct cost and opportunity cost, making number we got extremely dangerous data, like 24 million days of work lost for companies, paying the first industrial absent costs. Because of this, Twinker, we provide solutions to automotive industries and medical insurance, covering the whole process, starting from your design of working lines, then recording the working data with our wearable sensors that can capture, cite, and update the anonymous records to the cloud storage, then analyzing with our self-developed AI for adapting and reassigning the workers by its capacity. We provide also cutting-edge solutions to companies to maintain the prescribed COVID limitations like the distance between workers. We have developed our wearable sensor designed for human activity tracking and analysis. A worker can achieve up to 11 body-worn wireless sensors immune to electromagnetic and inbound interference. And all our solutions have an AI layer for posture recognition and analysis. With the work line registered, we can design the new iteration of the work line and test the new model before starting up. We can make a peer model and use our sensor to measure all data in a visual. About home rehabilitation solutions, it uses serious gains and allows therapists to design individualized therapies and monitor patients from remote. In the market, we started with some medical and automotive industries, and we keep in touch with other for future collaboration. We plan to grow with many more companies from these four sectors in Europe and so many more like fitness. We have our team in the university company transfer world that gather all the necessary capabilities for this project. Finally, we can say that the third year from launch, we're going to receive more than 1 million in credit. We are not funded yet, but we're going to launch Twitter before March 2021. We are open to collaboration for make some other university company or European or action project. Thank you.
Yes, I have a question, Javier. Thank you for the presentation. I didn't really understand the business model. Can you explain one MVP you are running, how this works?
Yes, okay. Our business model is based in provide a full solution to industries or to medical insurance. I think we have to we pretend to make a solution that we can sell to companies, providing all the stages of design from the working lines, then evaluation, and then remodeling them. Okay, so we provide our suite with our sensors that can be working on site. We sell them.
You're kind of a consultancy, or you charge for each project, or what is your model?
Yeah, we have different model. We can sell each part by itself, or we can sell the full solution for the companies. We can sell only the COVID distance measure sensor, or we can sell the VR design, or we can sell the evaluation, or all together. Thank you.
If we have time for one more question, do you have already at least one paying client for pilot cases industrial corporate?
Yes, we have some pilots with, as you can see, wait a moment, if I can share my slide. We have some pilot projects with Iveco in Valladolid, CNH Industrial, and for skull rehabilitation with Recoletas, you can see here.
Did you pay for pilots or operation basis?
Yes, the pilots with Iveco are like 30,000 euros divided in year, and with Recoletas like 15,000 euros.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, on the way. Are you able to see the screen? Let's get started. Starting today, we are Starke Energy, and we offer energy storage as a service. We believe that the sustainable energy transition is not going as fast as it could. Energy technology is available, but not widely implemented. Energy markets are still disconnected, and also finance still separate. At Starke, we have solved that problem in a commercially viable way, and we believe that we can unlock investment in sustainable energy generation storage at building level. Investments in rooftop PV are good, but financially less interesting since new European laws reduce feed-in tariffs. And at the same time, there are enormous electricity price fluctuations at national levels, aggregated peak levels. Taking charge of energy through batteries and emerging technologies such as IoT and AI, we believe we can offer competitive solutions. And that competitive solution consists of batteries. They're perfect for balancing and buffering. But we bring this technology to the next level by smart stacking different surfaces on top of this battery, so we can use it 3 times more intensively. At the same time, our software manages to reduce degradation by 20%. This reduces the payback of the investments dramatically, and at the same time, we increase the financial return. And we do all of this without the client having to invest. We're based on an as-a-service model. We pre-finance the storage solution, and the client pays for the benefits that they receive only when they receive them. We do this in a combination with different software layers that offer 3 levels of optimization. So we make the most out of each battery. We first of all minimize the degradation of batteries individually. Then we optimize an energy system at each building installation. And what we do with the portfolio of batteries, we help balance energy in between and offer that capacity to the energy grid for stress reduction or to wholesale markets. Starke Energy was created last year. In 9 months' time, we brought our service to a market with clients in the Netherlands and in Spain. Its operational launches in September in Manzanera, Spain, and in December in Amsterdam. So there is definite market interest, and we've shown our ability to work internationally. And next year, we hope to expand to go from single battery solutions to scaled portfolios with several connected units across social housing buildings. And we want to launch a collaboration with external partners. To make all of this happen, we need to maintain a healthy cash position. We have Horizon 2020, we have seed funding, we have commercial revenues of 150,000 euros. This helped us to build minimum viable products, first pilots, but we want to scale faster. So we're looking for an investment in the order of 250 to 500,000 euros that would allow us to hire a team for product development and business development in the 2 countries I mentioned. Well, thanks everybody for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this presentation as much as we do Startup LA. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. The money that you are raising is for growing the company. What about money you need to finance the batteries and the whole equipment?
Exactly. What we typically do is we make use of different financial streams, working with local infrastructure investors, investment funds that participate at 25%, and the remainder we finance through mainly new international or European green finance sources. That means we combine financial flows that allow us to cover 100% investments at long term, 10 years, and at slightly below commercial rates.
Okay, thanks.
I also have a question. What is your birth rate, and what is your current company valuation?
Our birth currently have a team of 5 to 6, and with the funding we have, we can operate for another year and a half to 2 years. Same to the valuation. I think we're very open to discuss with potential investors.
But approximate birth rate, once you know the number.
Yes, I know. I would say we're currently at 15,000 per month.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Could you see my screen? You can see. Okay. So hello everyone, we are ITC. We are the one who make all of us spend less time on the road. It's one big this. In Berlin, for example, is 70 km per hour inside the city. This is slower as we report. This is show us how much speed inside the city is super slow.
Could you please speak closer to the microphone, please?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So
Yes,
basically, the infrastructure that today placed 50 years ago and completely inadequate for dealing with 2020 traffic volume. We have a problem with this traffic jam, and the big question is what we can do with this. So in order to reduce traffic jams, we can build the new lanes and bridges, prioritize public transportation, provide taxes and fees. All of these solutions are not enough, super expensive, and not immediate. It's taking a lot of time. We can provide an alternative, really fraction of cost. Our system is plug-and-play cloud software connected to the intersection existing camera and traffic lights, not require any hardware on the edge, and can prevent traffic jams. Our system doing a smart analysis of computer vision to sense a lot of traffic tendencies and understand a lot of insights on the objects. You can see here what we're doing. We're working very high accuracy detection, not miss anyone. We have a lot of information about all the objects that cross. We can also calculate very specifically the route of all the objects, the second it's enter until the second it's leave. And we have a lot of information in the matter of the counting and how much cars came from each direction. This thing allowing us to make modulation of traffic tendencies, recognize the pattern, doing a very strong pattern recognition on traffic pattern, and then we're providing pattern-driven response, while in real-time execution can prevent traffic jams before the starting. This is simulation we did on actual data. You can see here, this is a real traffic jam we succeed to prove by managing traffic right before it started. This we started to succeed to prove in Israel, succeed to prove this also in Japan, but there is a lot of traffic jam that could be prevented if we manage them right much before the starting. Since this processing has happened in a chain reaction stage. If we're looking about the company from above, so there is a very stable market. Traffic is not going to disappear anyway. Now with the COVID-19, people avoid using public transportation. Everyone uses their own car, which create a bigger traffic jams. We have a 100% feasible solution with range of experience in machine learning. So we have exactly the technical team that can take this feasible solution and take over the market. So this is us. I welcome you to send us an email. We're now raising $5 million that will reach the company to a profitable stage, which is $4 million annual revenue. My name is Bir from Israel. And thank you very much.
Yeah, I have one question. Have you already talked with companies like Spanish companies or like Ferrovial, because they already have the smart lanes, so in Texas. So I want to know, you already have talked with those kind of companies and about your business plan. You're gonna make money.
Okay, so we are not B2G, we are B2B2G. Our business model is to operate with the trusted vendor who can execute this kind of solution. For now, we don't have a trusted vendor in Spain. Just now want to make a pilot about this, something that will start very soon after Corona. And couldn't yet build any partnership with the Spanish company, or yet less familiar. Maybe there is a lot of companies who don't know yet, but this is part of the market research we're doing while entering. So if anyone have an interest, check the feasibility, you can contact me directly.
Okay, but you're thinking about the B2B2C, thinking about with the administrations, I guess, not with the companies, or both of them.
Both of them. We can execute both. It's just more easy for me to execute this with the trusted vendor, for example, traffic light company that already have the client trust. Therefore, we can provide better services and make a revenue share model. Prices between the $5,000 to $8,000 per year per intersection.
Okay.
SaaS, software service.
Okay.
I also have a question. How much revenues do you have right now? And also, how many traffic items have you deployed?
So in Israel, we have an agreement for 15 intersections in Tel Aviv. We already deployed the first intersection. In Japan, we're starting next month to deploy another 2. The pilot are funded, but it's not in matter of revenue, since this is just indication about how much the client we need to test the solution. So at the current stage of the company, we focus on expansion and auto generate revenues. So the number is around a few $100,000.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Yeah, hello, good morning. My name is Jose Campo. I'm co-founder and CEO of Attentive. Well, we detected a problem many brands have few times ago. The problem is all channel is how to strengthen their own e-commerce without jeopardizing multi-brand stores, which they have strong vendors. On the other side, multi-brand stores are struggling to keep the consumer base. Consumers are turning to the internet more than ever. The solution we brought to the market is a digital platform that contains all the software and hardware components to manage omnichannel in a way that we integrate the multi-brand stores in the e-commerce brands. That way, several functions, omnichannel functions are generated for consumers, like for instance, ship from store, click and insert, or so-called click and collect. The market for this kind of solutions in Spain accounts for around 3,400 potential brand users only, and after footwear industry. A similar figure in Italy to be comparable, and globally we are talking about a 500,000 potential brand users only in apparel and footwear industry. The competitive intensity, we measure the competition intensity by two variables, whether competitors really an omnichannel enabler, and competitors have clients that are not, and our competitors are either have one variable, so we are financing. Our business model is a SaaS based on a cost leadership. Our pricing strategy is called best value, that is affordable price, with functionality, and we have as well some characteristics of the digital platform. We generate an effect. We are as well net focused. Our revenue is a subscription based on different price, depending on the number of shops connected by the brand. We did a proof of concept with brand platform. This is the result of extended service to 50 multi-brand shops, and in parallel, we section of 24 brands, which we got A leads, 3 qualified leads, with respect to converting next weeks. Our business plan contains 250 subscribing brands in 23 years and 125 in Italy and Germany, which brings an MRR to 63,000 euros per year. We base basically on marketing, and we are for around 125,000 euros for valuation of 800,000 euros, which give us around I think team, which team grow the sales of one company 30 million euros a year. We are the IRT online shop brand. Participating in other tips, you create the hardware. Thank you very much, and I welcome any questions.
One question. Thank you. How far are you with your MVP development? Do you have software like on the ground, or do you have like?
Yes, all the components are. We are using already just components, but already we are integrating to other class. So MVP is finished. Obviously, the functionality is not completely finished, but we are working. We are working. It's ready for MVP is ready.
I also have a question, 2 questions actually. First, do you know how long it takes for you? So you mentioned prospects leads, you're always trying to sell, but you mentioned that you made any sale already. Mm-hmm. So how long is the process of onboarding clients? And why did you choose APP as your preliminary market for the next
years? The conversion estimated is different for every company. That we estimate, according to the experience we gathered, that in 2-3 months it's possible to convert, or to have, or even short 2 months an app to get from one contact to one sale. Regarding the onboarding, the onboarding itself, it's one day, just from the time when they decide, okay, we want this tool, we want it. It's just one day to make the onboarding. And the question about Italy is Italy has a strong brand, and they depend strongly on the multi-brand retail.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello. Okay, hear me? Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Ross, and my company, a graduate of Institute, is developing a player versus player action. I'm the founder of the project, and I have an artistic background. I'm also part of another company, successful but in another industry. Maria is helping with all paperwork here inside Upworks. He's the boring guy. At the moment, our team is looking for a technical co-founder, which is actually one of the reasons why we're here today. All of our artists have graduated from the top 20 universities on the planet for game art and design. They have worked on titles like Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, Red Dead Redemption, many others. And Benjamin is our programming lead, and at the moment he's covering for the recent co-founder. So the problem with products to ours is that they usually do not emphasize on the player versus player aspect of the game, and this consumes those games very quickly in about 30 to 50 hours of use. Additionally, they have a low number of main characters to play with, and therefore the clients don't get to customize their gameplay experience. Lastly, the premium revenue model is a major reason why the people don't get to try those games, no matter how successful they are. Right? This premium revenue prevents them from doing this. So the solution is to build a game around. With us focusing on the player versus player aspect of the game, we are prolonging the lifetime of the product for several hours, several months. With us constantly adding new characters, the game content means that we will be keeping this product fresh, and our clients will remain clients for much longer. And lastly, with us relying on the premium and dynamic and revenue model, we're completely iterating the financial walls between the client and the product, the game. Generally speaking, we are trying to increase the lifetime value of each client. We are trying to increase the lifetime of the product and to reduce as much as possible the financial wall. What you're looking at right now, these are digital pages that contain the lore of our game, as well as some environment we are trying to implement. Yeah, we are trying to implement the game. And got some avatars we are giving to our players. Generally, we have done quite a lot, but we still need to further build upon the community. And once we are on the market and stabilize financially, we will be adding in-app purchases on top of the previously mentioned revenue models. For 2020, game revenue, all the platforms is about $160 billion. We will go on the market targeting 50% then reaching out for the consoles. Everything we are doing our game rounds, others are not doing, or at least this is not their primary focus. So we have our uniqueness when compared to them. We are very likely to go on the market through self-publishing, and at the moment we are looking for a fund of roughly 160,000 euros, most of which will be spent for development purposes as well as advertising and any unexpected costs that may occur in production. That's all, and thank you for your time.
Yes, I have a question regarding the validation of your model. As I understand, it's only in the processes to think that people have these problems, but have you validated is, do you have any MVP or any game that you have tried with real users?
I will consider these two different questions and try to answer separately. If we validate this, yes, we have. As I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, we have went through an accelerator program on the institute, and this was part of the things we had to do. So we conducted a survey, and this was the answer we were getting most often. As for the MVP, no, we do not have an MVP at the moment because we are working the technical co-founder. We have some steps made in this direction, but no, we do not have an actual working demo.
Okay, thank you.
Our counter of the user experience. As a technology company, we spend all the time talking about it. And this concerns the pandemic stage. That's the ability to help all the businesses that was closed and trying to get this accelerated digital transformational process with the tools that we develop. At BU, we build solutions that cover fraud prevention, risk management, and digitalization. And during this stage, the kind of boundary or identity in video call, we developed a video call authentication system can give you the connect to any communication and by authentication and trade during the video call. We have everything we need to generate social impact and attention in any company and any of the people around. Today, we are happy that we was selected under tomorrow one company to help to fill out for this new version of the work before the coronavirus. As a company, we have more than customers worldwide, have more than 120 million users, and we are serious financial run. Our system that we are a company, we are based in a subscription model. We are only beyond the state of art in technology, and we have less than 3% of year by in our customers, we can see companies that are adult financial consortium, Santander, Palavera. In the past year, we signed a deal with the Inter-American Bank of Development to help us improve what we are doing in terms of social impact. Within our sector, we are companies that create and this is why customers choose us within these companies. We are distributing more than 5 countries. We are expanding to Europe, and we think that is the way that Microsoft becomes unique. Everything in the world is about reputation. It's about what's happening in life around. So what I'm here to help you to create a digital transformational process in a safe way. So thank you very much. This is our team, and we are glad to be part of this startup endeavor. If you have any questions, I'm to answer that.
Yeah, I have a few questions. First, thanks for the presentation. The question is, are you busy back? Second one, yeah, you are.
Okay. Yeah, we are. We closed the Series 8 years ago for $5 billion. That's very big in Latin America, and we are backed by the IDB Bank in the United States, and also we are from an Israel venture capital and Mexican venture capital.
Second question is, I didn't understand the slide about competitors, so that no competitive landscape, but what is your killing advantage in comparison?
Okay, the customer is us because we take care about all the digital life cycle inside it. So we take care about the fraud prevention, identity protection, all the life cycle. Since the system creator profile, company, bank, e-commerce, fintech, and still we are taking about content, about identity, about privacy, confidentiality, like kind of supporting the regulation like GDPR or privacy protection law.
Super. And the last question from my side, what is the most demanded use case from your 120 customers?
Well, the most relevant use case about digital onboarding and behavioral analytics to fraud prevention. Those are the two that gain more revenue stream.
Super. Thank you very much. One slide. Later, with the contact details. The next time you should put it down.
Yeah, right. Thank you. So sorry.
with NGO and institutions. Let me present you our team. We are 7 people on board now, and 3 of us we are 100% committed to the company. And our metrics in 18 months is basically optimizing 25K users, 150 stores in 4 cities in Spain, more than 5,000 transactions, including big vulnerable families. And you also can see our ambitious growing plan for the next years. We are a project which is very easy to scale. We are ready to scale. We have the know-how, we have the technology, and we definitely have a team who just need to press the accelerator. So I would be very happy if you have a look to our project in La Bolsa Social. We are ready for paying investors, and together let's revolutionize the way short-term food is redistributed. Thank you very much. There are no questions.
Yeah, what's the difference between you and another company? I don't know if to mention it, but you know, like the two things. What's the
Sorry, this is a very clear slide where it's shown what's the difference. As I said, there are some other competitors, like you said, this famous company, right? And they are fighting against the food being wasted. But the way we also tackle the problem of malnutrition in vulnerable families, we are the only project, as we know, as long as we know, in Spain, and I would dare to say also in Europe, doing this, tackling at the same time both problems. That's thanks to our collaboration with NGOs and social services.
Okay, thank you.
No more questions, I assume? Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Adrian Paz, and I'm going to talk to you about Perfect Numbers, a data monitoring company. Perfect Numbers is a technology-based company that develops solutions oriented to Industry 4.0 using Internet of Things. In the last 3 years, we have developed different solutions, and 6 of them are fully operational at this moment. We have as important customers as España Galicia, Telas, Vegas Emilio Moro, SLE, or Naturlate. We are from Galicia. We have developed the vast majority of our products in this region. However, present in the rest of Spain, especially with our solutions DataBeer and DataCost. But how do work our solutions? The basic operation of all our solutions consists of obtaining data from the process using different sensors, sending this data to internet through secure protocols. Finally, we create applications for mobile phones in which we show statistics and alarms in real time. Consequently, our business model is based on sales of devices, maintenances, and subscriptions. Here, we can see some of our products. For example, DataCall is our solution to control temperature and humidity in refrigeration chambers. We use DataCoffee to improve the preventive maintenance, and DataWatcher is our solution to control level, pH, and chlorine in tanks of water. In addition to all these things, we also offer flexible solutions that adapt to the needs of the customers. The return on investment is less than a year in many cases. We produce high satisfaction, and we offer global solutions because we create hardware and software, both of them. Now, I'm going to talk about some successful cases in our company. For example, for milk, we have 2 solutions, DataLag and DataTrack. DataLag is our solution for farm, which we can control the temperature of the milk in tanks and operation of some machines like pressure, agitator, washing machine, or milking machine. And DataTrack is our solution to control the temperature of the milk during its transport from the farm to the factory. Another important case in our company is DataBeer. DataBeer is our solution for bars and restaurants where there are 1, 2, 3, or more tanks of beer. In this case, we can measure as important parameters as pressure, temperature, flow, and the level of the beer in tanks. And finally, DataWine. DataWine is our solution oriented to tanks of wine. Using this solution, we can control the temperature inside the tank, level of the wine, and the density of the wine in real time. In all these cases, we create applications for mobile phones, and we show statistics and alarms in real time. And that was all. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, I have a question. Thank you very much. very comprehensive presentation. I would like to know, what is your secret sauce? What is your main asset? Are you software developers? Are you hardware developers? Is it the knowledge about data, or is it the knowledge about the market?
Yes, we have software development, and we create applications for mobile phones, which we treat the data we recollect with our devices, and we create alarms, personalized alarms. For example, when one parameter is outside a range, we create an alarm to notice the clients.
Sorry, just a question. As an investor, where do I invest? Because are you an agency that develops solutions, or is there an asset you hold?
Could you repeat the question? Because there are interviews.
Yeah, sorry. As an investor, where do I invest? Because I see a software development, hardware development company, but is there any asset you hold? Is there any secret sauce you have? You know, what happens when you developers leave the company?
Oh, yes. We are a small team. We know everybody on the company know about the work that other people doing in our company. So each of one knows about the work of other people in the company. For example, we have a software developer, but our hardware developer also know about the application for mobile phones and web applications, for example.
Do you have a patent, for example?
Yes, we have some partners. In this case, we have other companies that help us to install our devices, and they also, in occasions, they also help us to develop our applications.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, second. So can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. So hi, everyone. Happy to be here. My name is Leo Zaman. I'm the CEO of Travaxi. I'm also a former powerlifting swimmer, representing my country at the Beijing Paralympic Games, top 8 in the world in swimming. Travaxi is a booking platform and an API for travelers with disabilities and senior travelers in need of assistance. The problem today is that travelers with disabilities don't get the requirements met, and this is due to a problem with the travel agents. They are not accessibility experts. So instead of them making sure that everything will be right in accessibility requirements, we at Travaxi have a special tool that notify airlines about accessibility needs of travelers, and also hotel offers that knows exactly to offer by the type of disability. This is a very personalization of the disability type. And the problem is today that a deaf person that has a hearing impairment cannot just call room service from the hotel and book a room and book a service, food, or anything like that. So instead, they need to have the opportunity to do it from the TV, as well knock on the door mechanism that they can see that someone is knocking on the door, comparing to a wheelchair user that needs completely different requirements, grab handles, and so on. So accessible is okay, but accessible to who? Did you know that there isn't any standard accessible room? That means that every room of accessibility looks different. This is why travelers need us. As I said about the airline notification, 48 hours in advance, we notify the airline about the exact disability needs of that person. This is how it looks like. We have the email and the passenger details. the passenger information from the equipment that he's carrying and the assistance that he needs, of course, the airline and time of arriving. Also, on the hotel side, we know to offer hotels by specific disability type need. We have also generated a certificate for each hotel showing the public areas and the different requirements that a disabled person needs and travel agents know nothing about. If you can see as well, the room side, we know the size of the bed, the height of the bed, spaces from the side, how many people can sleep in the room, and so on. We're talking about 1.2 billion people in the world who are disabled, 600 live in developed countries. There is $200 billion before COVID-19 of travelers that doesn't get the requirements met. We are being supported by those for startups, which are showing us now in the startup universe. We are connecting, we are connecting to Globalia as a pilot, Globalia Group. And after the COVID-19, the financing crisis will hit, but disabled travelers are being supported by the government and by organizations, and they will have the money to travel. Thank you very much for hearing me out.
Yes, I have one question. How much revenue have you got to date? And secondly, are there any other competitors doing what you do? Thank you.
Okay. So revenue, we have just started like 4 months before COVID-19 hit. So we did generate a few hundreds of travelers, but we didn't had the load of them coming. And the other question, sorry?
Yes. Are there any other competitors doing what you do?
There are a few competitors that do booking for accessible travelers with special needs, but there is a solution that gives the solution for travel agents, online travel agencies, global distribution systems, and wholesalers. We are the only one that gives that solution today.
Got it. Thank you.
Mathias Biancucci. I am the CEO and co-founder of FD. And I would like to ask you a question that can sound a little crazy, but for me, it makes a really lot of sense. Why you're happy when you are in a plane going on vacations, and you are not happy when you enter into an operating room where your life is going to be better after that time? Well, the answer is easy. Aviation is much safer than surgery. How much? Medical errors are the third cause of death in developed countries, and after heart disease and cancer. These are more than 500,000 deaths every year only in the US. But why this happens? Well, let's continue this comparison between aviation and medicine. While aviation pilots use super sophisticated simulators to train, and they plan each travel, some surgeons still train as 200 years ago. They use the images to plan over real anatomies. So the success rate of aviation is much higher than surgery. The good point here is that we have a solution. We can reduce medical errors, offer better treatments for heart disease and cancer patients that obviously requires surgery. How? Well, we combine 3D printing technology with augmented reality, and we generate patient-specific models for surgical planning and simulation. Here you can see a kidney with specific tumor, a pancreas, simulation for growth. So you can do, this is the value, you can do the exact surgery over the specific patient anatomy before the real patient. So now you can train with the true reality, you can plan with the specific anatomy of the patient, you can increase your success rate considerably. How it works? In only 72 hours, we receive the medical image from the patient, we build an accurate 3D model, and we can ship or print locally at the clinic the solution. We have developed a platform where we have a model for particular surgeons that they pay per model, and then we have a custom subscription, monthly subscription for clinics. Since 2017, we have done more than 160 surgeries, and in the last year, we have $5,000 in revenue, and we work for 6-7 countries. Our team has a background in medical engineering, and we also have designers with a PhD in medicine. And I think you believe that your vacations are something important. So imagine how much important is one surgery that can give you 100% vacation. Help us shape of healthcare. Thank you very much.
Hello, I have a question. A very
Yes.
good presentation. Do you go to the market? Do you go to the specific hospitals, specific doctors, or what is your key person to contact?
Yeah.
with?
Yeah. Well, we find that the easiest way to enter the clinics is first achieving the first case with the surgeons, and not like up to down, down to up, because usually it's a little bit complicated to sell technology in the healthcare market. It is too new. Specific areas where we work are oncology and heart, cardiac diseases. For example, urology, thorax, cardio, and we try to avoid all the things related to traumatology and antibiotics. That's what the main of the market is applying this type of technology.
Okay, thank you. And what is your main market, please?
We focus on Latin America. We are trying to open Spain. That's why you see we have been in Bilbao last year, in Bind 4.0, because we are planning to expand overseas.
Okay, thank you. Can you write your email in the
Yeah.
chat? Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So, here we go. So, hello everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here. We are Robea. We say that we are Robea, this conversational AI that does not suck. And why do we say it? If I ask the audience, if we are in the audience, real audience, to raise your hand, like to use to talk to chatbots, you probably would not raise your hand. Why is that? Chatbots suck. Most of the time they don't offer good customer experience, and people don't like to use them. And because of that, the market is suffering from a bad reputation. For 40% of them are abandoned in the first years. Their maintenance is very expensive, highly underestimated. Also, many companies selling chatbots that were a solution to all problems in customer service, but also underestimate the need of humans. Chatbot technology and the AI is not all knowing and all smart, and the need for humans is still there. And nevertheless, there's a huge market for this, and the technology it's at its infancy, and there's a lot of potential. That's what we are working on. We Because we had some experience, a lot of experience in developing chat and voice bots in the last years. We created a product that connects customers with companies, that allows creation of chatbots and voice bots, multi-channel, multi-language, and we have great tools to maintain and continuously improve chatbots. This is one of the key things. So we focus on augmenting human intelligence, not just replacing humans, but augmenting their intelligence. Focus on providing great tools to maintain and continuously develop chatbots. That's the most important part. And we are working on some off-the-shelf tools for e-commerce, insurance, automotive, and pharmaceutical. One great example of our capabilities is CauseBot. This is why we are in EdTech, a sort of educational information solution. It's a bot that answers questions about COVID-19. It's the only of a kind in the whole world that works in 4 languages and in multiple channels. So it works on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, SMS, and the web. We have our company is around 4 years old. We started as a service company. We are shifting to a product business model. We work with insurance companies, automotive, and pharma, mainly in Germany, Switzerland, and the US. This is our team. So we are still small, still startup, but we have a good team already. Last year we had around 1 million in revenue. Projection this year is 1.3, 1.4. Most of that is still services. Half of that is around, a third of that is in bots, and we still have very little recurring revenue, and that's why we're looking for investments to help us accelerate, shift more to the product recurring revenue business model. That's it. Thank you.
Well, guys, impressive pitch competition. Thank you very much to all of you. We have seen that you have been doing the best of the best, and now it's time for the unit to check it out, to analyze, and decide. Okay? So we want also to thank not just the startups, the speakers, but also the jury, top 10 guys. So thank you, Nelly, Andre, and many others for being here with us and being active and supporting Startup Online all the time. And more than that, doing your best to select, to support all the